Technology is the main way people interact with each other. People secluding themselves to social media, much preferring it to real life. This idea was expanded upon in The Flight from Conversation by Sherry Turkle, where she says, in a technological universe, we are always communicating. We have sacrificed conversation for mere connection. And this idea can be related to celebrity culture and curated selves. Curated selves are people's perfect online personas where they can show the best of themselves through their interests and their general aesthetic. But these are only good online and quickly crumble in real life when subject to real conversation. An example of a curated self is the clean girl aesthetic, where girls online show themselves to be the epitome of cleanliness and they have a minimalist style of clothing and decor. They show this on social media through fridge restocking, skincare routines, clothes styling, and makeup routines. But these curated selves, like the clean girl aesthetic, need a figurehead online, and for clean girl aesthetic, Sophia Richie filled that role perfectly. Girls who followed the aesthetic had seen that she had moved away from this party girl aesthetic that she had in the late 2010s, that she got rid of because she was engaged to this old money family, well, specifically to Elliot Grange. And then because of that shift in her aesthetic and style, they appointed her as like the leader and they started following her every move, following her and copying her every move. This hyper-focus people have on aesthetics means that interaction between people has lost this level of true conversation, and the connection of people online is through showing off their curated selves and their aesthetics and the people that the celebrities that they are obsessed with due to their curated selves, thinking that they best fit what makes them look cool, and very easily dismissing what other people may think is cool because they don't think it is. Stan Wars are almost a completely online development where connection and quick dopamine rushes are found through arguing online, on social media, on places like Twitter or Instagram or TikTok, on which celebrity and which culture of fandom or that surrounds them is better, and just being so hateful and almost becoming cyberbullies to these celebrities and fandoms just because it's not the fandom they're in, and it's owning the other people, just being better than them. This interaction online could be why conversation has become less popular than just mere connection, as the way people act online make them fear that real life conversation would be as hateful as it is online. Their curated selves not being able to protect them, as this perfect persona quickly fails when another person is looking at them and seeing flaws as every human has. People are scared of the patience it takes to have a real life conversation, which Turkle talks about in The Flight of Conversation, where she says, face-to-face conversation unfolds slowly. It teaches patience, which in the age of social media and streaming is less important, as you can access anything you want at any time with no waiting required, where real conversation starts with small talk and is slow to build to true conversation, which takes a while to get to, but it's so meaningful, and it's way more meaningful than connection online ever is. But this makes negative and obsessive connection so much easier, as people's curated selves show their likes and you don't have to dig with real conversation to find them. So hating and being rude to other people is so much quicker and more protected online, because you can turn off your phone in real life to ignore any retaliation, but in real life it's much harder to hide from. The desire for quick, simple connections in either a positive or a negative way is always going to happen in a fast-paced place like the internet. And this spurred on concepts like the curated self, or the speed of seeing one another's interest for that quick connection. Everything in social media is supposed to be quick, yet that means the partial demise of true conversation.